morning, everyone. Today is Christmas craft day over at my house. I am going to be working on a star bunting using Hobbii's Christmas Starlight yarn, and I'll also be giving a mini yarn review, and my boys are going to be working on gingerbread men. So lately I've been seeing a lot of people talk about how Christmas just isn't Christmassy anymore, or the nostalgia's gone, everything feels kind of heavy, the world, it's just the world. And I don't know, I saw this one comment that said Christmas magic is just a mom who cared. And you know what? Yeah, it is, right? Because the truth is, Christmas is always a big deal in our house, but it wasn't always that way for me personally. At least not growing up. That actually didn't start for me until I met my husband. He loves Christmas. Loves it. Like Buddy the Elf loves it. It's his favorite holiday. It always has been. And we actually started dating right before the holiday season. Our first date was in August, and then we did all the major holidays together that year. And every year since then, I've celebrated Christmas with him. And, he's rubbed off on me. Christmas is my favorite time of year now. And when I really think about it, I'm pretty sure it comes from his mom being such an involved and present mother. She probably made the holidays really special for him, and now we get to make them special for our kids. I see a lot of mother-in-law content online, and I can say mine's the best, and I've truly been blessed with her. So this year, after seeing all these posts about the magic fading, I decided I wanted to lean in a little harder. Not in like a Pinterest perfect way, and not even in an expensive way, just kind of in a we made this together and it matters to me kind of way. I am a crocheter. I hand make stuff, every day. My kids get to see that that's like a big important part of my life. But I wanted to show them that their handmade stuff is also important to me. I don't want them to ever get the idea that you have to be all or nothing when it comes to your own art, to think that that's the only way you can appreciate it. We always make ornaments together every year, and they go on our Christmas tree, and we save them. And over the years, we've lost a few because they've simply started to disintegrate. But I try to keep as many of them as I can, and they're all over our tree, and they make me so happy. I love seeing their little art that their little hands have made. I still have art that my daughter made when she was little, 5 and 6 years old, and now she's 16. And so those ornaments have come with me through our little apartment to our first house and now to this house, and it makes me so happy to have those. So that's how come today we are going to be making our little gingerbread men together, because I want to make sure that we get some Christmas crafting time in together to go along with all of our other traditions.
Okay, Mom. Mom, drink. Mom, this is just a cookie. I making a cookie gingerbread man, Mom.
Yes.
Actually, let me draw mine. Mom, because I have to make the body and everything on him. I think I have made it a sweet treat.
This year I'm planning on displaying more of their Christmas in my craft room. I think it would be so fun to be surrounded by their little pieces of art. Every time I look at the ones that we have up on our tree, I can remember making them together. I remember how old they were, how tiny their hands were, all of their little laughs and giggles. I even remember some of the hard parts when we are halfway through a project and maybe they don't want to finish, but I really want to keep the memories, so I have to gently prod them to keep going. And it's always worth it in the end, especially when Asher, every time I show him something that he made like from a few years ago now, his face lights up, and it's worth all of the extra effort that maybe it took. We have a little bit of their artwork displayed around our home as well. My daughter, we actually ended up printing out one of her pieces of art, and we have it hanging in our living room. It's up on a canvas, and it looks so cute. It reminds me of when she was really getting serious about her art, And my husband really encouraged her, and he decided that we needed to show her we were serious and print it out and put it up on our wall. We've got little bits of it displayed around our house, and I just think it makes it, you know, like, who cares if this stuff's not perfect? It means a lot to me. So, if the season has felt a little less sparkly this year for you, maybe try something small, something handmade, something a little bit imperfect, because the whole Christmas magic is just a mom who cares thing. I don't think it means we have to be everything or do everything. I think it means showing up in little ways that add up over time and really add to our kids' nostalgia bucket. And you know what? Adds to our nostalgia bucket, because I'm not lying. I'm telling you, Christmas has meant more and more to me each year that I've built up our traditions with my husband. So I don't think it's ever too late to make your own Christmas magical and make it mean something to you. Nostalgia doesn't mean just when we were kids. Nostalgia can be built over time.
Finishing time.
All right.
Now all we have to do is
The
cut it out.
Christmas tree. That's my favorite.
Now, Mom, all we have to do is cut it out.
I love these candy canes. Those are so cute.
The grand finale.
I need a eraser.
Oh, wow.
The Holy Spirit of Christmas.
It's actually a super pretty day outside today. It's like 70 degrees. I came outside to spend some time with our pets. It's our apple tree. So if anyone has an apple tree, I'm pretty sure like that whole bottom piece is supposed to be trimmed. Am I wrong? Okay guys, so I'm going to give you my little mini review of the Hobbii Rainbow Cotton Yarn. So the specific pack that I'm reviewing is the Rainbow Cotton 8-4 Christmas Gold Color Pack. That's kind of a mouthful, but it was a limited edition color pack for the holiday season. It came with 6 skeins of yarn. They were each 50 grams and 174 yards. There were 4 colors that were solid. So the white, the green, the red, and the gingerbread brown. And then there was 2 colors that were red and white with also a gold sparkle thread woven throughout. So the solid colors are going to be your 100% cotton, and then the 2 with the gold thread are going to be 95% cotton and 5% polyester. And if you've never used Hobbii's Rainbow Cotton, it is so soft. It's very soft. It's very wonderful to work with. It's so easy on the hands. If you've ever worked with a harsher yarn like Lily's Cotton, this is nothing like that. This particular one was a weight 1 super fine yarn, so I did use a 3.5mm crochet hook with it, and it worked up so easy, so much like a dream. I didn't have any issues with yarn splitting. I didn't have any issues with knotting in my skeins. It was just wonderful. I had a great time. This particular pattern that I'm using this yarn for is the Sparkly Stars pattern by a designer that goes by Crochet Road. Her name is Joy Clemens. And these stars are so pretty. I saw this pattern and I immediately thought this would make great Christmas decorations. Now, I bought it 2 years ago, so it took me a while to get around to it, but I'm so glad that I remembered it this year because honestly, they're beautiful. The pattern, it is perfect for showing off what varying your stitches can do for a project. This pattern uses double crochet clusters. It uses working around the post. Like the texture that she developed through her just ingenious creativity, it's so beautiful, guys. I'm talking stunning. Okay, so I grew up on ramen, but I have to say, as an adult, I actually do still really enjoy ramen, even still like the little ramen with the little face on it. I still actually really like it. But the other day I bought this ramen for my daughter, and it's kind of a fancy ramen. And I don't know, I still really like ramen. It was really fun to make it. It was really fun to taste it. And this one's actually really, really good. about halfway through making my stars, I started to get kind of nervous that maybe they were going to look kind of tacky or the colors were going to clash, or maybe I should have stuck to a specific pattern because I kind of just did whatever. I just mixed and matched every different star to be a different pattern. Um, and I didn't put too much thought into it, but honestly, I think they came out so pretty. I have no regrets, and I would 10 out of 10 make this pattern again. I would use this yarn again. I would do these colors again. I just think it's so pretty. And the pattern actually comes with a full video tutorial, which came in pretty handy. I'm primarily an amigurumi artist. So even though these are made in the round, they're still a flat pattern, and some of the stitching I was unfamiliar with, like the double crochet cluster. I've done it before, but it's not something that I remember. So like it seems like every time it comes up in a pattern, I end up having to look it up. But I am so proud of these. I think they look pretty professional. I think they look beautiful. And I think I'm going to be making these for many years to come. This was definitely a solid investment on my part in this pattern. So every year we make our neighbor's Christmas tree coffee cake. I got the recipe from Daryl and Denner, and I make it every year and we give it out to our 4 closest neighbors. And I'm thinking that maybe I'll have time to make a few of these Christmas stars and put them, on hooks or maybe on a ribbon, and they can have them as ornaments as an addition to their gift this year. I literally love York peppermint patty so much. I don't know why, but I do. And my daughter had this in her bag from a Christmas party that she went to last night. Or Friday. She went Friday. So good. I stole it. Because it's like the perfect little treat for a day where I'm just Christmas crafting all day. And I already know that she doesn't like mint, and she also doesn't like chocolate. So there's no way that she would like these. I think it's probably like nostalgia for my grandpa, because he loved like these kinds of snacks. Like these, oatmeal cream pies, honey buns. Like those are all things that he loved. I don't like honey buns though. I still like oatmeal cream pies. Oatmeal raisin is my favorite Christmas cookie. I got really lucky because my mother-in-law actually bakes cookies every Christmas, and her cookies are really good. My husband only likes chocolate chip cookies, and especially at Christmas when his mother is the one making them, like that's all he wants to eat. So she always sends us home with like 2 or 3 big bags of cookies, and I always get to keep all the oatmeal because my husband does not. He literally does not even. He's not even interested in taking a bite of a cookie if it's not chocolate chip. So, yeah. Finished. Literally, that took me several hours, but all the ends are weaved in. And honestly, I could have probably been more intentional when I was making these so that I wouldn't have so many ends to weave in. But, it is what it is. I definitely want to make more. We do like a gift for our neighbors every year, and I think like a set of 3 of these would be a cute gift for ornaments. But for those, I definitely want to make sure that I am more intentional about making sure that like I crochet, because for a few of these, I guess I had my brain just like turned on that day. So for a few of these, I did crochet over like almost all of the ends. So I had very few to weave in. There was only like 1 or 2 where I connected. I couldn't really crochet over it. So those, it was like 3 of these were like super fast. But I definitely need to be more intentional. And then this is my nice pile. Those are all the ends that I chopped off today. Isn't that? That's so crazy. Look at those ends. Seriously. But that is done. Now I just need to create the bunting. So I'm basically just going to do a chain, and I'm going to connect them as I go, I think. But I have an end stuck in my hand. I need to decide if I want to include my white and brown ones because they are mostly like these, like the red and the green Christmas colors. So I don't know if including the, oops, like if I throw in these gingerbread colored ones, does that throw it off? Does that throw off the vibe? I don't know. We'll see. So crocheting the chain like into here looked kind of ugly. So instead, I'm going to take scrap yarns from all the scraps I cut off. I'm going to try to find like good sized ones. Like this one. Like this one. And I'm just gonna like sew them to the chain as I go, which is a little bit more work, but I'm gonna be keeping this like for my own Christmas decorations. So I'd rather do a little bit more work and love it rather than basically waste all my labor on something I'm not gonna even like. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? That's good. And then I'm just going to like tie a bow in the back. Or maybe I'll tie a knot. Okay, so, all right. Why is this? Okay, so yeah, so I tied a knot and then I'm just gonna bury the ends and that'll be that. Okay, so I went out and then I'm just gonna, I guess, like do a little swoopy here. Like just like right there. I honestly feel like I'm always like burying my tails wrong, but you know. Let me just, I'll start by weaving my needle through and wait. Okay, so I'll weave my needle through and then I'm gonna tuck the tail in and then I'll just pull it through. There we go. And then I'm just gonna snip those ends. Okay. And there we go. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cute. Okay. So I would say that was pretty successful. Pretty wonderful day. Have a good night.